In the day session on Friday, the ruble resumed its decline. This drop may be caused by profit-taking in long positions on the ruble after several consecutive days of growth. Besides, traders may want to minimize risks ahead of the May holidays in Russia. Another bearish factor for the ruble is a tougher rhetoric of the European Parliament, which considers imposing new sanctions against Russian officials and oligarchs. At the same time, oil has moved lower today. What to expect next? Watch our video review. After a strong report on the US GDP data, WTI crude jumped by $1 to test a new high in April. However, the upside potential for oil looks weak, so the quotes moved lower today. As a result, WTI was trading at $64 per barrel and is likely to stay in the range between $63.50 and $64. Brent crude is trading between $67 and $69 per barrel. Since the beginning of the session, the European grade has lost several points. Oil prices are pressured by fears that India and Brazil may tighten restrictions to combat the coronavirus spread, which will consequently limit fuel demand. Against this backdrop, Brent is expected to trade in the price channel between $66.80 and $67.50 a barrel. Meanwhile, the Russian ruble continues to hold steady against the dollar and the euro, thanks to the fact that the rate hike to 5% introduced by the Russian central bank still supports the ruble. The global markets have also reacted to the Fed's meeting with a new sell-off wave of the US dollar. The ruble has a good chance to strengthen as long as there is no new round of tensions between Russia and the Western countries. On Friday, the dollar-ruble pair was trading at 74.70. The pair is expected to hold in the area of 73.50 to 75.70 rubles per dollar. On the global foreign exchange, the euro has advanced against the greenback and settled above the mark of 1.2000. The European currency extended gains after the US Federal Reserve announced it would maintain soft monetary policy. In addition, the data on consumer price index and the GDP growth rate in Europe that was published today turned out to be quite positive. In today's session, the euro-ruble pair was seen trading at 90.30. The pair is expected to stay in the range of 90.20 to 91.30 rubles per euro. As we can see, the ruble started an expected decline after 6 consecutive sessions of growth. The downtrend is likely to continue throughout the day. Ahead of the May holidays in Russia, the volatility will most probably stay low, and the downward dynamics may persist for several days. The same is true for global oil benchmarks Brent and WTI. And that's all for now. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.